Hi, my name is Brooke Williams, and I am a Ghost Center mentor at Richland High School. And today I wanted to talk about something we don't talk about as much in the Ghost Center, but I think is equally important. And that's what happens after you've been accepted into your respective college. Um, there are certain things that go into this that are really important for you to know about and to be completing as early as possible to put you in the best position once school or once your first semester starts. And some also tips and tricks that I have kind of found in my own experience that I thought that I would share with you guys, again, just to help put your best foot forward in starting your first year. So I can kind of break this down into three big steps. And within each, I'm going to give you just, my advice on it or a few tips that I have found along the way. And hopefully this will help you out once you're starting this process yourself. So the first is going to be to log into your student portal to view any holds registration information. You're going to want to then register for orientation and research your degree plan and schedule classes. And then you're also going to want to check your financial aid package and start financial aid planning. These aren't in in any order of importance. I kind of put them one, two, three, in this 1, 2, 3 format in a chronological sense, because a lot of the time students don't get their financial aid package until the springtime. So the first two items are things that you can be doing after you get that acceptance letter, immediately after, and things that you can start preparing for now versus whenever you get information back. So the first thing is your student portal. A lot of schools have a student portal where you can access things like registration information and holds you might have on your account, financial aid information, class registration, your tuition, your academic progress. All of this stuff can be accessed via the student portal. It's called different things in different universities. At UTA, we call it the MyMath portal, and you can view all of your registration holds and register for classes and look your academic progress, all of that wonderful stuff right through that website. It is super, super important when it comes to starting your first year, but this is also an important site for your entire collegiate experience from freshman to senior year. Your student portal is going to be really important because this is where charges usually are posted to your account. This is where you can view your financial aid information, class registration, all of that stuff. So it's also important for you just to learn how to navigate this website. Aside from just checking for holds and all of that, you do want to log on and learn how to navigate this website. They're set up differently for different schools. Some are easier, some are a little bit more complicated. Like I know TCC's website to me was kind of complicated to navigate, whereas UTA's website was a little bit easier to navigate because they're icons or whatever, or because I've just been going there longer, whatever it is. Just make sure you do know how to navigate this student portal. It's going to be very, very important for you to use. Once you do know how to navigate it, look and see if you have any holds. A lot of the time, new students have a lot of holds, and these keep you from registering for your classes and things like that. I know if you are registering for classes at TCC, if they're online, you need to take this virtual learning assessment to see if you are prepared to do virtual learning. They also have a sexual harassment module that needs to be completed. UTA has different modules that students need to complete as well, especially new students. And these might be things that can't be covered in orientation anymore because it's virtual or whatever it is, for whatever reason. There are usually some steps you need to take and some holds you need to take off your account before you can register for your classes. And the student portal is where you're going to find that. So do be looking at that. The next thing is going to be to register for orientation. Orientation is it's like an event. It can be a day thing. It can be an overnight thing. Because of coronavirus, it's usually being it's being made a virtual thing, but it's where you're going to learn everything about your school and how you can succeed within it. So you'll learn about programs that are offered at the school and just other important information that you need to know regarding your school's policies, regarding what's the major events that the university holds, you know, where to access help within the university, what campus offers, stuff like that. Just how you can succeed within their community. This is usually the type of information that you're going to be provided at orientation, and just getting you into the best position to start at that school. So do look at what orientation looks like within your respective university, and be registering for that. The next is going to be degree planning. So degree planning is very, very important, and I would stress that it is very important as a freshman as well. You are probably going to end up having to have an academic advising appointment, and that is awesome. Academic advisors are a wonderful resource as a student, especially in navigating your career and your degree plan. However, a common mistake that students make is being solely dependent upon their academic advisor for everything regarding their degree plan. And this is not a good idea. You want to be able to know everything you need to know about your degree plan and being able to track your own progress. And then use your academic advisors when you have questions regarding specific information. For example, if you want to add a minor onto your degree plan, if you have a question about a class and you want to know if it'll count towards your degree plan, because it might be just not something that's listed, but it seems like it might. These are the kinds of things you're going to want to use your academic advisor for, not your entire degree plan. And that is not very wise. I have seen a lot of students get to the position where they're a junior or they're a senior, and because they were only, you know, they knew nothing really about their degree plan, they're just kind of doing whatever the academic advisor said to do, they would end up with, you know, maybe a missing credit or something that would push them into having to take a Maymester, wintermester, even a whole nother semester. Because something wasn't right. And that's nothing bad to say about academic advisors. It's just academic advisors tend to have hundreds to thousands of students that they're responsible for, whereas you can just be responsible for you. So it's a lot easier for you to make sure that you are on top of everything you need to be on top of than somebody else who's also responsible for a bunch of other students. So the best thing for you to do is when you have your first academic advising appointment, my best piece of advice is to ask for a blank sheet of your degree plan. So something that you can fill in, something that you can track. Ask them to explain it to you. If you don't really understand what the document is saying, what a particular credit is, then have them explain it to you and write down notes on it. That way you have that document throughout your entire undergraduate career. So your junior, sophomore, senior years, you can pull out this document and you can track your own progress, and you can see kind of how you're doing and what classes you need to be taking. And then you can even make a rough plan for all of your semesters from the first semester to your last that you can adjust along the way or that you can take, just so you can kind of have an idea of what your classes are going to be looking like. And you can be kind of in the best place to succeed. I always like to make mock schedules, and I'll send them to my academic advisor and just say, hey, I made this mock schedule. Does it look good? Do you have anything you would recommend? And, you know, do you have any changes? Are there any changes that you would make? And just kind of go off that. That way, I'm just feeling the most prepared, but I still have their advice because they are still going to be probably the most knowledgeable about things that I might not know about within my particular program. So just be on top of your own degree plan and your own class planning, and I promise it's going to help you a lot. if you are a freshman going in and you don't really know what you want to be doing, then you can do the same thing with basics, with your basic courses. And these are the courses that pretty much all degree plans require. So taking your English classes, your history classes, your politics, all of these types of courses, getting those out of the way. That way you can begin looking into the other routes that are available to you if you're like going in as undecided. If you don't know what you want to do and you have a few things in mind, I would recommend pulling those degree plans, emailing the college or your freshman advisor, or Googling to trying to find these degree plans from your college. But let's say you're interested in a psychology degree, and you're also kind of interested in going into nursing, and you're also interested in maybe an English major, whatever it might be. You can pull all of these degree plans and kind of look at what they require and see if it's something that you like, something that you don't like. If there are some degree plans that have similar requirements, you can kind of start taking classes that go towards both while you're still trying to figure out what you're wanting to do. These are all things that can help you in the long run, so you don't get in a position where you're having to add on more semesters because you didn't plan well enough to account for wanting to change a major or whatever that may be. So it's always best to be knowledgeable. These are just kind of my tips on it, but do utilize your academic advisors. That is not what I'm trying to recommend. I think that they are very, very important and honestly a must to use, but I do think that everyone needs to be responsible for their own degree plan and for that, all of the knowledge that goes along with that to be in the best position to succeed. And now we get to the financial aid package. So once you do receive it, it can be kind of confusing to understand. If you get it whenever you still have access to us Ghost Center people, you're more than welcome to come meet with us and we can help go over it. You can also go to your respective university's financial aid office and they can help break down what exactly the financial package means for you and maybe how to even plan and account for it. At UTA, we have an awesome program called the Money Management Center, and here they provide help with budgeting. They provide help with, addressing your financial aid package and other services regarding managing your money. And it's super helpful. It can be really hard, definitely, if you are the one who is solely responsible for paying for college. If you're paying for college completely through loans, whatever it is, finances can be scary. And so check and see if your school has something similar, has a money management center. And if you're coming to UTA, definitely utilize this program. They're super awesome. And I know that they even help students create monthly budgets. And we'll sit down with you and talk about expenses and we'll help you figure out what kind of spender you are and all of this stuff. So it's super helpful and it helps you get on top of your finances, which is an important trait to have. I know when I came in as a freshman, I did not know how to handle my money and I paid the consequences. So as a senior, I tell you now, I wish I would have gotten on top of it sooner. So take advantage of the programs that are available to you to help get on top of your money and to help you financially plan. That way you're not also in the middle of the semester stressing and having to eat dollar menu meals from McDonald's because you used all of your money on shoes or whatever it is that you spent your money on. You don't want to avoid that. So if you know that might be you, definitely go check out your money management center or financial aid office and see if they can't help you out. And then it's time to get excited. Research your school. Look at what is offered there. I know UTA, we do events that are so fun. They do the Math Speaker Series. We've had such honestly famous people come and speak. Terry Crews has come. We've had Common, Jane Goodall, Kevin O'Leary, and many more just awesome speakers. And we do events like the big event, which is this big community service event, and they do movie nights and planetarium events. So research your school, see what things are offered there that interest you, that would make you want to get more involved on campus and within your collegiate community. If there's clubs and sports that are available, if they have Greek life, if they have religious affiliated groups, whatever it is, if they have major related organizations. See what they have and start researching it. Reach out to people. Tell them that you're a new freshman coming in, you're interested in their program, and maybe they can help teach you a little bit more. Maybe you can meet with somebody who can help you get more involved. Definitely, and I this actually brings me to my next point, getting connected to your peers. This is going to be so important, especially because we are in this socially distant time. Going to college, definitely big colleges, it can be really hard to feel connected coming in as a freshman into such a big space with so many people. You kind of start to feel maybe even that much more alone or small or new or whatever it is. So start jumping on things now to avoid that. If you can get connected before you even start your first day of classes, then you're going to bypass a lot of the stuff that comes along with being a first year student that's not really talked about. And that can be homesickness. It can be feeling scared, feeling nervous, not feeling super connected, because you are starting over and it is a big step. So get involved, join social media groups, join GroupMe's, and let me asterisk this, GroupMe's that follow academic integrity, and just start to get to know your peers and get connected to everyone around you so you feel more a part of your community. You can get excited and start loving your school that much more. And lastly, don't feel afraid to ask for help. It's okay to treat college like a big adjustment, because it is. Even if it's just if you're living at home and you're staying at home, it's still an adjustment to college classes. It's an adjustment to this new life, especially if you're someone that's moving far away. When I first started, I moved 6 hours away from home, and that was a lot for me. I grew up in a really small town, and it was all I really ever knew. And then I moved to a big city, and I moved 6 hours away from home, and it was a lot. And so I learned that it was okay to ask for help and to ask for advice and to address my concerns. So if there's anything that has been brought up within this presentation, anything outside of this presentation that you've heard, feel free to come talk to us at the Go Center. Talk to your counselors, talk to your parents, your friends, your older siblings, whatever it is, to make you feel more comfortable starting your first year in college. And maybe if it's any of the steps that I've talked about or anything in between, come talk to us and we'll be more than happy to help you address those concerns. I've said it before, but the Go Center, we're not just there for the logistical things. And while we do love to help out your FAFSA and your college applications, and we do have a lot of knowledge on that, that's not all we're here for. So if you do have questions regarding what happens after college, we are here, we are mentors, this is what we are here to do. So come to us for all of your questions, but get excited, ask for help, and hopefully I will be seeing some of you. If you would like to schedule an appointment, we have an appointment link listed in the description below this video, as well as links to our social media sites, Padlet, and stuff like that, just to get regular information from the Go Center. And I've also listed my email as well, so if you just want to shoot me an email, feel free to do so. But I'm excited to hearing from some of you guys, and yeah, thank you for watching.